Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope I've reached you in a positive moment. For those of you that are joining for the first time, this channel is about all things business. More specifically, my experience with small business and whatever I can do to help you start, run, and grow your small business. Now, today I want to talk about branding and self branding. And in a lot of instances, it's just you. It's you. You're selling the products yourself. You are offering the services and you are the face. But do you have to be? And that's kind of a question that's bounced around, and I talk about this in person with people. You have to really sit down and make a decision about this. You don't have to be the face of your brand. You do not. You don't have to be the face. You got people like Elon Musk, he's out there. And so what happens is if he does something wrong, his stock goes down. If he does something right, the stock goes up. If he says something, he can move and change and switch this. So no one is thinking about Tesla itself anymore, or their energy sector, or all the great things that they're doing, the products and services and stuff that they're offering. They're thinking and watching Elon Musk. Same thing with Jeff Bezos. And when you get to that level, you kind of really don't have a choice. You really, I would say you have some control in a sense because, Elon Musk didn't have to go on Joe Rogan and whatever I think they were smoking stuff and bonging or whatever doing stuff on Joe Rogan's show. But some good examples of this. Warren Buffett. Everyone knows Warren Buffett. He talks about his modest lifestyle and the way that he lives. When he speaks, he exudes intelligence. He always has something valuable to give. Jeff Bezos, you barely even hear from him, right? I think he has a few TED Talks or something like that. But again, another situation with a person, they're talking and they're giving their experience, they're giving it in an intelligent way. Ultimately, you can do whatever you want to do because this is the freedom and the rights that you've been given. But let's bring it down to the smaller level. So, say for instance, you are providing a service, and your website, some people put their faces and their imaging on the websites. Some people use stock photos. You know, you have a lot of African American, Black folks, Mexican folks. They don't want you, they will take their products or services or their company and they'll put the white face on there and then they'll take themselves completely out of it. And here and there, you may physically see them, but they figured out a way to separate themselves so they can garner different, they can jump into different demographics. Like they can grab these different groups of people because, we're kind of tribal minded and groupish and clannish or whatever. And so they figured out a way. They say, I have this product or service that serves this wide demographic. And so I'm not going to put my face on there. I'm going to put a general face on there. And then I'm just going to be in the background promoting it, which is fine. And which I think, in my personal opinion, is the best route because you alienate yourself when you say, hey, this is a Spanish product. This is a Black product. This is a this product. This is a that. This service is for this specific group. Even if it's old or young, you may have older people that don't want to fool with a person that's younger because they feel like they don't have the experience or whatever. So they'll put themselves out there like a worker, like just an employee. So here, and this is the beauty of, incorporating and the naming and the branding. This is the beauty of it because you yourself, yeah, you're the founder, you're the CEO, you're the everything. But if you're getting caught up in these titles And you're not getting caught up in solving the problem for your customer. And your customer may be whatever color that they are, whatever race or whatever background that they're from. You're providing a valuable service for them. So the minute that you begin getting caught up in, I'm black and this is white and this is Mexican and it, you're going to alienate yourself and you may stop some money from coming your way. So I want you to think very, very critically going forward, because it's easy to do. It's easy to do. You like, I don't work 20 hours, 15 hours a day building this. I want to be recognized for this thing that I've created, this thing that I've done. But I want you to think very critically and move slowly in that regards, because this can make or break you. If you decide to be the face of your brand, you have to accept the fact that there are people that just don't like you, that won't like you because you are whoever you are. You a man, you a Mexican, you a woman, you a black, you a white, you a this or that, or whatever. They may begin to dig into your background, into your life, and choose not to patronize you for whatever reason. So in the beginning, and I would just say all throughout, make it about your product or service and how you are adding value to other people, how you're solving problems. That's just the biggest thing. How you feel about gay marriage, how you feel about this, how you feel about that, jumping on Twitter, jumping on all these different social media outlets, saying this or that, you can ruin your business with the type of some keys, with the flip of your tongue. You can totally destroy your business. And then, and I love when people, I'm just saying, when I hear I'm just saying, I just said something that did not need to be said. Probably not at this moment. I could have kept it inside of when I hear that, this is just my opinion. When I hear someone say, I'm just saying, it's normally before that they've said something really, really horrible. And, when you become the face of your brand, when you become everything as it relates to your brand, any little thing that you do will be scrutinized. And, so I encourage you to figure out, and I may come into this a little bit deeper and give you some clues on how to do this. A lot of people ask me, well, why are you not, you don't do videos, Well, the audio sessions you can listen to, you can listen to this, just like you listen to radio, just like you listen to whatever. And I see the podcast, they're filming the podcast. So you sit there and you're still looking at the screen. You're looking at them. They're just sitting there, but you're still looking at them. And I didn't never want that. I don't want you to procrastinate. I want you to move forward. If you listen to my little quibs, here and there throughout the day, and you can glean some, any type of knowledge or anything that's helpful for you, you can take it and run with it. Instead of you sitting there procrastinating, looking at me, you can listen to this and be washing dishes, cleaning your house. You can be searching stuff on the computer. You can do a research. If I have the tutorial things where we're walking through stuff and we're sitting there, you're on your computer, you're doing stuff and you're learning, you're moving forward versus being stagnant, just sitting there looking at me. And then another thing, you're gonna begin thinking about me instead of thinking about what you need to be doing as it relates to your business. You have plans to write. You have you have articles to write. You have papers to file with your state. You have accounting stuff to get in order. You have all types of stuff to do. But you could get distracted, oh, what does she tweet? And then, her background, she did this and did that. And she's dating that person and da, da, da. And now you're totally distracted thinking about me. And I'm just somebody on YouTube, you know, trying to give you my experience, give you a take from my experiences in small business. And my experiences, and I have done this. I have I've made a few mistakes, and I'm willing to share with you, the mistakes that I've made. And I'm willing to be open to you, but then I also want to be private. I like my own privacy in my own life as well. So going forward, think very, very critically. If you have a criminal background, right? You have to get ahead of that type of stuff, have it already out there, lay it all out on the line. Don't be lying. Don't be, because in this technology age, people can find out stuff about you. So if you're going to be the face of your business, you have to be fully transparent. You have to make sure that you are thinking critically in every moment when you put stuff out there on social media, your opinions. You have to separate how you feel politically and religion, and you have to separate all that stuff from the problem that you're solving for your customers. That is the main thing in business. In business, business is this: problem, solution, money being exchanged for the solution to that problem. That's it. That's it. You need a refrigerator to keep your food cold. GE say, hey, we have refrigerators. Come buy our refrigerator. Maytag said, no, we got refrigerators too. Whirlpool say, hey, no, we got refrigerators too. So Maytag, Whirlpool, GE, they say, hey, do you know who found Maytag, who found GE? Well, some of us really big business heads and, business researcher people, yeah, we know. But I'm just saying, the average person, when you think of GE, Maytag, Whirlpool, you can't put a face to that. You cannot put a face to that. You can't put a face to Toys R Us. You can put a face to Amazon. You can put a face to Tesla. Think like that. Think very, very critically. Think before you get out there and get to tweeting political opinions and this and that and economic stuff, this and that, your opinions on these celebrities and stuff you want to say. Do that on your own time. And even if you're the brand, if you're the face of your brand, your personal stuff will become part of that. So tweets that you're putting out there on your personal pages or whatever, unless they're private, and even if they're private, in some instances, people still can find out. Screenshot it, and 10, 15 years later, they bringing this stuff up about you. Look at this homophobic tweet this person said. So now you're sitting here and you have a product or service. It doesn't say, oh, no gay or lesbian, transgender, LGBTQ people can. This is for these LGBT. It's for whoever that can use this. But because of it, now you've alienated this specific group, and now they're not gonna buy your stuff, and now they might boycott you. Oh, mercy! Standing out with picket signs and whatever. Shut this business down. And you sitting here like, this is a tweet from 15, 20, you like, what? Yeah. So think critically when you're going forward and you're trying to brand you want to be the face of your brand. You're branding yourself. Think critically about that, because it can come back and bite you. Now, transparency is good. Some stuff you can't come back from. Some stuff you cannot recover from, unfortunately. Some words, like they say, words you can't take them back. People can forgive you, but you can't never take them words back. You see Comcast. Comcast had such horrible customer service, they had to rebrand themselves into Xfinity or whatever they're called now. They did so horrible, they had to rebrand themselves. But you still can't put a face to them. If you're an average person and you don't follow business stuff, You don't even know who the CEO of you don't even know who the CEO is. Right? But whoever that CEO is said, well, we got to get out from under Comcast and we're going to rebrand to Xfinity now. Another example, real quick before I go, Chick-fil-A, the founder, strong Christian values, came out against LGBTQ. They thought it was going to be a disaster, but guess what? The food is so good. The customer service is so good. The product is so good. It didn't matter. No one, a little bit, they may have lost, a little bit of market share for that time, but they regained it, and plus that. Okay? I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You do whatever you want to do, but I want you to think real hard about how you want to go forward in your business and branding. Okay? And until next time, I hope everything you touch turns to gold.